Now, joining us on News Across Nigeria today is Professor Nick Idoko, a public affairs analyst, to talk about the progress Nigeria has made or otherwise in democracy. You're welcome to News Across Nigeria.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Let's begin by asking you what your assessment is of 19 years of democracy in Nigeria.
Well, I would say the good thing is that we have had democracy for 19 years. But overall assessment is that we have had democracy without democratization.
Explain.
For 57 years, we have been marching forwards and backwards. And for 19 years, yes, I agree. It's an achievement because we have had the highest, longest run, this Fourth Republic, much better than the three previous republics.
So that's marching forward?
Yeah, it's marching forward.
What do you mean by going backward?
Well, I said going backwards that we hoped to have achieved so much, to have become modernized as a nation, but that hasn't happened. There are so many issues of ethnicity, issues of religion, issues of regionalism, issues of herdsmen, militia. You can add to that Boko Haram. Those issues are issues that are anti-development. So marching forward because democracy is still running, but we haven't achieved our goals, our objectives as a nation. We haven't even become a nation.
Could you juxtapose this with the address made by the president a few hours ago of the fight against corruption of his administration, forays made in economy and the like? Yes,
of course. The present administration has spent 3 years. Today, third year. Now, they have only 1 year to go. And the president came out today to make a speech, a very lengthy speech at that. Made several claims. I will just look at the talking points. Boko Haram, he mentioned that their greatest achievement is that Boko Haram has been degraded. They've been able to release 106 Chibok girls and 104 Dapchi girls. There's still one girl who is still in captivity because she's a Christian, which is very bad for us, for the image of the country. How can you release 104 girls and only one is still in captivity? And government has been saying it will be done till now. Government has not done that. Now, you go to corruption, fight against corruption. Today, we cannot say that the fight has actually succeeded. That was the major plank on which this President Buhari, came to power.
Isn't it a work in progress, do you think? Or they're not doing enough?
Work in progress, yeah. But is progress being made? That's the big question. For me, progress is not being made.
Why?
Because a whole lot of issues surround the fight against corruption. Imagine the issue of minor, for instance. It has benchmarked the fight. How can you sack someone for corruption and then, under the watch of the corruption czar, you now have the person reinstated and promoted?
You're referring, of course, to the pension case.
Yes, the minor case, the pension man. Okay, not only that, all the people that the president has recruited who surround him have been wanting one way or another. The issue of the SGF, for instance, who took money, from the aid to be given to IDPs, refugees. Very unconscionable.
But is it fair to judge the performance of this administration based on the other years of democracy in which this administration was not in office?
No, we are looking at the planks on which they came to power. Okay. Because they came to power with three-pronged agenda: to fight corruption, economy, to improve the economy, and then security. Those were the three things. So we have to judge them by what they have done in those areas. And that's why I'm giving these examples. The point is that, yes, recovered money, but we don't even have the accurate account of the monies recovered. And there are issues with the monies recovered. Imagine the Minister for Justice, for instance. They went and increased the pay for the recovery of funds, Abacha funds, and hired new lawyers, whereas the foreign lawyer that was pursuing the case had already given a bill to the government and closed the matter. And the new bills have come up. So these are the issues you look at. And you say, so are we making progress on the fight against corruption?
In your assessment now, in what areas has this administration made progress? If you can look at it very quickly.
Okay, it's a mixed thing. I will only say that because they have kept democracy running, that's the only achievement.
Okay, not too young to run. Not too young to run.
Too young.
What message do you think this sends?
Well, that is a good bill, but I'm even going to question whether it was promoted by the president himself, because that's my doubt.
How do you mean?
I mean that the bill is good.
Yes.
But going by the president's body language, it is doubtful if he was the one that promoted that bill. He wants to return to power, with all the issues, that he has. And he wants young people to come on board. And then he wants the bill to change the constitution to lower the ages of those who contest for the president.
You just have to leave it there, though.
Okay.
But because of reasons of time.
It's okay.
But thank you so much for coming on News Across Nigeria. Your views are appreciated.
Okay, thank you.